Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aintree Racecourse here on Saturday. It is the 5th of December 2020. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Aintree, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And it's a great card today from Aintree. You have the Becher Handicap Chase, and you also have the Many Clouds. And this is the last card at Aintree until Grand National weekend, hopefully, which goes ahead this year, not like last year, which was, or like this year, which we shouldn't even talk about because 2020 just, we only have quite a few days, only very few days left of 2020, and we should just look forward to 2021 with all the vaccines coming out and having a great year this year, next year. But like I said, hopefully next year we'll run the Grand National here at Aintree. But I think you have a good trial for it this year with the Beecher and also the Many Clouds. Always a good race for these horses going possibly towards the Gold Cup and possibly towards the races here in the in the spring here at Aintree also after Cheltenham. But let's look at the stakes races 4 and 6, the 130 and 240. The 130, it is the Grade 3 Beecher Handicap Chase. It's a Grade 3 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $159,500. Race for 6-year-olds and upwards. We have 15 horses going to the Grand National course. The distance of ground here, 5,200 meters or 3 miles and a quarter over the chase course. And if you're wondering why I just looked over there, I have a little note on my computer monitor that gives me the meters to miles conversions for every distance over 3 miles, which I don't use very often, but it's just a good little handy note. But so now you know my secrets. And if I know a lot of people know the trip by miles, but I rather use the metric system also. But that's because I'm weird. But my top selection here, I'm going to use the 5 horse Kimberlite Candy. We'll go 5-1 in the forecast exacta. 5-1 forecast exacta. Top selection of 5 horse Kimberlite Candy. McLernan's on this one for Tom Lacey. 8-year-old gun by Flemsforth. A horse's most recent outing came the 11th of January at Warwick. 3 miles 5/8 in the Grade 3 Classic Handicap Chase, and he put on a show, winning by 10 lengths there, facing 12 other rivals. He stayed the trip well, quickened up nicely. A great run. He showed a lot of momentum last season. Before that at Aintree, the 7th of December, 3 miles and a quarter in last year's Beecher Handicap Chase with a very low weight of 144 pounds. He jumped well. He finished second by 2.5 lengths. He got around the course well, stayed the trip well. Nothing bad off the first race off the bench. And before that, a Ferry House in April of 2019, 3 miles 5/8 in a handicap chase. He didn't finish the race there. He pulled up out of it. What can you do? Just couldn't stay the trip. And before that, Newcastle in February 2019, 4 miles and 1/8 in Class 2 handicap chase in the Eider. He finished 5th by 15 lengths there. And as the 5-1 favorite, lukewarm favorite, he really never had a good run. By the way, did have Cross Park that day and made a very nice fortune with him that afternoon. Paid for he paid for if I remember correctly, paid for my teeth cleaning that following spring. But this horse just couldn't keep up there. And then before that, it's Sandown, 3 miles in a Class 2 handicap chase, finishing third by 2.25 lengths. He jumped well. He just wants a little bit of a longer trip. But coming to this season, building off the momentum from last season, I think he could go a long way. A 5-1 will use him. You also can't throw out the heavyweight here, the one horse, Yala and Key. Brianni Frost is on this one for Paul Nichols. Most recently at Cheltenham back 2 weeks ago in the Grade 3 Planterra Chapel Stud Handicap Chase. He finished second by a nose and has with a high weight first off the bench. This horse jumped very, very well. He stayed the trip well. There's nothing bad about that race. And then if you look at the races last year with a longer trip, like in the Grand National Trial at Haydock, we're in a very good place that day. And then one before that, Taunton, very, very easily. This horse loves the longer trip. At 8-1, if he could overcome if he could overcome the high weight, I think he'd get a piece of it also. But that high weight is very demanding in this race. But to recap my selection for the 4th, the 130 from Aintree, it's the Grade 3 Beecher Handicap Chase. We'll use the 1 horse Kimberlite Candy. Also give kudos to the 1 horse Yala Enki. We'll go 5-1 in the forecast exacta. You can use both of them in the place plan also. So let's get to the 6th race now, the 240. It is the Grade 2 Many Clouds Chase. It's Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse $66,500. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 5 horses here going the distance of ground of 5,000 meters or 3 miles and 1/8 over the chase course. I'm going to take a shot with 3 horse Santini. We'll go 3-2-1 in the trifecta. 3-2-1 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 3-horse Santini, 8-year-old gun by Milan. Gets McGrath up in the saddle for Nicky Henderson, with Nico de Boinville being down at Sandown to ride the to ride Altior today, so he has to get a different rider on this one. But most recent outing came last March at Cheltenham, 3.25 miles in the Cheltenham Gold Cup, and he finished second by a neck behind Albon Photo, who just put on a show that day. But this horse was closing up well. He was jumping a good race. Didn't think it was a bad race at all. He just ran just as good as the winner there. Two back in the Cotswold at Cheltenham, 3 miles and 8 in last January. He won by 3.25 lengths there, and he stayed the trip well, quickened up nicely, an all-around good trial towards the Gold Cup, and then before that, an enlisted chase at Sandown, 3 miles last November. He won by a head, wasn't 100% fresh, was under the drive, had a few mistakes, but he got the job done. But after that, his season was impressive, especially off after that 2018 2019, he missing a little bit of time there. But coming here today, off some good runs last season, 6-5, a very likely winner. You can't throw out the old man, the 2-horse Native River, also for Dickie Johnson. Most recently in the Denman Chase at Newbury last February, he won by 3.5 lengths and did everything right there with linkers. And then before that, in the Many Clouds last year here, winning by 33. It was an all-around good run. Coming here at 2-1, he could also get the job done, but he hasn't been the same horse since he won the Gold Cup in 2018. But he's still jumping these good races. 2-1, we'll use him as your, bit of a, a horse to keep you alive on the multi-race tickets. But to recount my selection for the 6th, 240 from Aintree, it's the Grade 2 Many Clouds Chase. We'll use the 3-horse Santini as a top selection. Also give kudos to the 2-horse Native River. We'll go 3-2-1 in the tri-cash trifecta, 3-2 in the Plays Pod. So good luck to him. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.